Item four, it's negotiation because yeah, that's the main. Yeah, that's I think more or less the main thing we support our clients in. Um, and we feel that there are always two crucial points when it comes to your negotiations. That's first of all timelines and profiles. So why is it so important? First of all, um, we have we've just based upon our best practices, we've seen that Microsoft 9 out of 10 times can't handle a deadline. So if you agree, please send me a proposal on April 1st. 9 out of 10 times it will not come April 1st, it will be later. So it's very good to make very straight appointments with your account manager, with your commercial executive, and make a very yeah thorough agreement with them. Just share your plan. Um, on the next slide, we go more into the depth on that. So how we usually do is we make an overview on which item has to be handled in the negotiations and who's responsible and the date of completion. So you have a very transparent and very clear way on what you have to deliver on both sides. Now, let's go to the example. Bill of material has to be sent for the 1st of March. Roadmap discussion, 31st of March, and so on and so on. But what becomes interesting is this way you control the negotiations. You have the leadership of the negotiations. And we see in most cases that Microsoft fails to hit deadlines. And in that way, you have you're building up arguments and ammunition in your negotiations with Microsoft to yeah just to be very strong and effective there. So we always recommend you to apply the timelines manner, and in that way there is no question who is running the negotiation. Um, yeah. Um, what we also recommend is involve Microsoft senior management. We've seen in all the cases that in the end, when it became hot in the negotiation and it was necessary to, um, yeah, to escalate within the higher regions of Microsoft, a sales manager always has more capability internally than the local account management team. And in that way, you are always able to negotiate a higher discount, better concessions, and in the end, a better deal. But again, reflecting also back to the other point, it's very good to have an overview of the internal organizations of Microsoft, so you have that all clear in one overview. Because if you are not having that, it's always based on verbal miscommunications. We haven't we didn't know, and this overview it will help you. So always share that with your account team, and also internally if you have set your deadlines in stone. It's always a good guideline for your EA negotiation. Moving on to the next slide, profiles. This one is very important, and Floris is going to pay some more attention on that as well later in the presentation. But profiling, again, in the saturated market of cloud is very important. On average, we see a client profiling, again, getting a optimization result of more than 15%. And it's very important to apply that in your negotiations as well, because it's a very thorough point for your negotiation. It creates a better understanding of your needs. So sometimes we see that when we approach a case, the client is more or less sure of the things they require. But 9 out of 10 times, if we are going the project phase by phase, we see there's either too many licenses or not licensed properly. So it's always worthwhile to to take a look into profiles. It shows the gaps between what you are buying and using. Again, for the same case where clients who said, well, we know what we need, but we found, for instance, out that they were applying a subscription to 3 users, all with slightly different email addresses, and there was an internal reason why it was cost to have 3 email addresses. But again, it doesn't make any sense to buy 3 subscriptions for 1 user. If you have this all in place, you will be having a very good preparation for your enterprise agreement renewal. And if you are not able to negotiate a very high discount on your enterprise agreement, or you are unsure whether you will make it, if you have done your homework, at least you will buy what you need, so it can result into in cost optimization.